Yo, what's up, guys? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? What's going on, guys? All right, so anybody buy the dip today? I know I did. I'm considering buying the dip again this evening, but we'll see what happens. I might wait until tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. I'm really considering buying the dip tonight, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, how's everybody doing out there? What's going on across the crypto space? Isaac, what's going on, fam? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you as always. Guys, make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow. It costs you absolutely nothing. So bring some good karma into your life. Jetpack, the future's now. Good evening to all. Attila, what's up, man? Hello, all. XCN for the win. Absolutely. God bless you and your family. God bless you too, my friend. Thank you so much. Green tea in the house. What's going on? Wow, quiet chat tonight, eh? Quiet chat tonight. So we ended up holding above the 382, which is fantastic. We closed above there. We fell below, but then we came back up, and we did not fall to the 236. Which is good news, I suppose, right? Holding on really good right here. Triple bottom action. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Let's go have a look over at Bitcoin. A lot of controversy on Bitcoin right now. A lot of controversy. Some people are calling this a head and shoulders pattern. I don't know if I am, to be honest with you. I don't really see it. I mean, I see it, but I don't think it's a legit head and shoulders pattern personally. Sitting at $94,290, $300, yeah, climbing a little bit. Now it's possible, guys. It's always possible we could come down and test 85 to 88. I've been pounding on that drum for weeks now. That we could come down here. So it's possible we'll come into there. I know a lot of people are starting to call for 77 to 80K because there's a CME gap down here, and people think it's going to get filled. But I don't think that'll happen. I think the odds of that are a lot slimmer than people think. But crazier things have happened, right? Yamaha, what's up, man? Good to see you, buddy. Market manipulation. Asian market, yeah, agreed. Dumb money sitting on my hands. Might pick up Miria or two. Pick up yeah. I'm gonna do some DCAing tonight. I think I'm going to. Facts. Quiet chat because of the price action. You always know who the OGs are, the ones who are here through the ups and downs. Yes. Absolutely, facts. You're absolutely right. And because a lot of people don't realize that when things are down, not only like in a bear market, but like when things are down and stuff, that is like the most important time to be paying attention. But people don't want to hear bad news, so they go away. And that's why they don't win, right? Because they're not paying attention in the most crucial times. 100% agree with you, facts. Let me tell you something. I do 2 live streams every single day. 2. One at 1 p.m. Central and one at 8 p.m. Central. And I can tell you right now, since the market started dipping, the one at 1 p.m. Central is always busy. Daytime, it's always a busy chat. The 8 p.m. Central one, the one we're doing right now, this has historically been the busier live stream. But because the market's down, this is the slower live stream. It's mind-boggling that people don't pay attention when things are slower, right? That's the most important time. Again, everyone looks for patterns as if it's a crystal ball. Yeah. John, what's up, buddy? Hope you're having a good evening. Jetpack and Attila. BTC has broken all patterns this time. I don't know who told you that, man. I don't know who told you that. Again, I think you watch a lot of negative content. I see you in the chat a lot, and a lot of the time you're very, very negative. And I think it's because of the content you're consuming. I don't know, man. I would start looking at watching other people, because this structure has been this pattern. I've been calling for us to come down to 85 to 88K for weeks and weeks. So that pattern most certainly is not broken, right? XCN strong, absolutely. Yeah, XCN is actually up today. Les, is XCN worth holding or half till next bull run like JASMY? I wouldn't. Honestly, my opinion, no. I'm not holding any of it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy more in the bottom of the bear market. I'm not going to hold any of it, most likely. So, but we do discuss the plan. Les, you're over on the Patreon, so check out the group video calls that we record, man, because we do talk about the plan over there for what we're going to be doing. So definitely check that out. You're over there already, so I mean, you know, you have access to it. I bought 500K Miria. Nice pickup. Miria is at a phenomenal price right now, guys. Just barely above 202. It was actually at 2019 last time I looked. So it is a phenomenal pickup right now. Fortune favors the bold. Captain Cisco. If you know, you know. Gene Wesley, when will JASMY be removed from the innovation zone? 1 sec, brother. Let me call Hara on the phone and ask him right now. Just give me 1 second here. He's not, I don't think he's going to pick up right now. I don't think he's going to pick up. The next time it's reviewed is probably probably the first week of April would be the next time it's reviewed. Facts. The afternoon one, I always listen to on my way home because I'm working at 9 to 5:30. Yeah, no, that's understandable. Jetpack, peace to you, John. H. Barbarina in the house. I watch you only, honest governor. Nice. Chris, just joining. Sorry, Rob. Where are we going? Well, you are late, Chris, so you're going to do 50 push-ups. That's where we're going. Dumb money, line's busy. He ain't picking up. I wish Miria was listed on Kraken. Soon enough, brother, soon enough. No, it's Alexander the Great. Fortune favors the bold. Oh, yep. True enough. Yeah, he said it too. I'm just a Star Trek fan, so. What price will you sell your JASMY? Gene, if you want my sell targets, you have to be either a member on YouTube or a member of the Patreon. They have all my sell targets and everything on those two channels. The link is in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description of the stream if you want to join us over there. Chris, 50. Got it. Nice. Still want that one-on-one at the end of the month. I'm still in China. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Just shoot me a message when you're back. Vatlander, what's up, buddy? Isaac, 100 push-ups a day, every day, keeps everything nice and tight and maintains strength. Yeah. So does the bench press. Brother. Yeah, Miria looks like a good deal right now, man. If we go look at the bubbles, fantastic. It's nearly 2:30 a.m. in good old England each time. Time for bed. See you tomorrow. Have a fantastic sleep, Gain. Thank you so much, as always, for being here, my friend. So there is something I wanted to address, though. Now, someone had asked me today. They said that they were concerned that the altcoins are underperforming, and it has them scared, okay? So I wanted to address this on the stream. Now, I know that I show you guys this all the time lately, right? But I want to do it because there are some people who are saying that altcoins are underperforming right now and that they're worried. So I'm going to show you that they're not underperforming at all. They're actually right on track to where they should be. And whatever content creator is telling you that they're underperforming, I would stop watching them immediately, right? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to the year. Look at the performance of the altcoins on the year. JASMY up 542%, Ondo up 545%, Onyx Coin 84, Algo 96, Swift 215, Ethereum 47.5, Turbo 2,227, XRP 313, Stronghold 230. You get the picture, right? SUI 530. Altcoins are most definitely not underperforming, and to put a final staple on that, I will show you why they're right on track with where they should be. This is the total altcoin market cap from the last bull run, okay? Everything except for Bitcoin. Right, what are we today? We are January 8th. So this is January 8th right here, to the top of the bull run, or the top of the to the spring where we see the first. So altcoins didn't even start going parabolic until around January 3rd. January 3rd. We're at January 8th right now. Okay. So we're right around the time altcoins should just be starting to go up. So they are most certainly not underperforming what they did in the last bull run. So whichever content creator is telling you that they're underperforming where they should be, stop listening to them immediately, because they're just putting fear in your ear. Okay? Always check the metrics. Isaac with the super chat, a little token of appreciation. Hey, man, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for the support of the channel. Isaac, you're always supporting the channel, man. That's absolutely amazing. And again, you can't know how, how much that is appreciated, my brother. You can't know how much that is appreciated. For some reason, I can't see it. Sorry, just bear with me for a moment. There we go. Okay. So yes, altcoins are certainly not underperforming whatsoever, guys. Whoever's telling you that, call them out on it, because it is a lie. It is a lie. It's designed to cause fear. Dumb money. Patreon is worth it. I look forward to the same time, same place every night. Yes, absolutely, man. And we love chatting with you, Dumb Money. Except you're always at work. Always at work, that man. All right, what else do we have? So yeah, anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you guys that, in fact, altcoins are not underperforming in any way, in any description of the word. So, okay. What else do we have here? Simply Bitcoin. Michael Siller explains how Bitcoin will demonetize real estate.
I know wealthy people. They own 16 estates on the Eastern Shore, and they live in 2 of them. Like, why do they buy them? They land banking. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? Well, the guy makes a lot of money every year, and he doesn't want to put it in a savings account. So he goes and he just buys a cool piece of property, and he buys another one. Well, okay, it sounds good, but here's the problem. The guy buys up the beautiful pieces of property, and so you can't afford it. And if the rich guy wasn't buying up all the beautiful houses, they would cost half as much. And you could live in a beautiful house. So here's what happens. Some rich dude has 27 houses that are empty. You don't have a beautiful house. You have a family. Your kids, your dog could use the beautiful house. The rich dude doesn't even want the house. He just wants a long-term capital preservation strategy. Right? And so that's a perverse incentive and a distorted economy. That's broken. That's broken money. That's because the rich dude is using an estate on the Eastern Shore of Maryland as a piggy bank. Huh? But the estate doesn't get renovated. The house is falling down. There's a beautiful pool on the water, and you could have a great family picnic there every Sunday, but it's not going to happen because the rich dude has 16 other houses. He just bought that house because he thought it was a good investment. Okay, that's wrong.
Crypto fixes that. Crypto fixes that. What else do we have here? CZ, a message from CZ. He says, if you can't see the opportunity in front of you right now, you're not gonna make it. Markets are down, but builders keep building. Stay focused, right? And that's exactly it, guys. For all the new people in crypto, everyone knows how you're feeling that's been here for a while, right? But if you can't maintain your focus, if you can't see the opportunity that's sitting in front of you right now, as CZ said, you're not going to make it, right? So put your emotions on a shelf somewhere and ignore. If you don't have money to DCA when things are red, you shouldn't even be opening your portfolio at all. What's the point besides fearing yourself, right? Don't do it. If you come over to the crypto bubbles and you see a sea of red, what the hell are you doing opening your portfolio? What does it matter what your portfolio says? If you're not buying and we're not anywhere near the point where you should be selling, what the hell are you doing other than scaring yourself? It's like living with night terrors and then watching horror movies every night before you go to bed. What the hell are you doing? Right? You're making your own life miserable, right? Knock it off. So yes. All right. What else do we have here? We got Presto Research shares 2025 BTC and crypto prediction.
Yeah, so we recently released our 2025 market outlook, and we put a price target of 210K for Bitcoin. Now, there's about 100% upside from where we are right now. And I know it sounds really ambitious, but there are three reasons why we believe. First is the macro environment. Despite the hawkish Fed on December FOMC meeting, we still believe we are in a rate cut cycle. And not only US, if you look at countries like China, PBOC is putting enormous stimulus package into the market. And second is the regulatory risk reduction. Trump is very vocal about making US the capital of crypto. And we are already hearing pro-crypto policies and even things like Bitcoin strategic reserve. And last thing is just the general overall market development. A couple of years ago, people thought Bitcoin and the crypto industry as scam, which now turned into something that we cannot ignore. And we are seeing some real demand of the blockchain industry as well. So for three reasons, I think Bitcoin 210K sounds very ambitious, but not impossible.
210K Bitcoin. My target's closer to 150, but I could see the argument for 210 on a wick, maybe on a wick, right? Ripple XRP is going to be probably the highway that most of the financial systems are going to be driving through. Here's the future. It will not be Bitcoin. Well, in terms of use case, it won't be.
Another one you like is Ripple. You said it is the coin to be looking at right now.
Absolutely.
Why?
Okay, so Ripple actually was the second largest coin prior to the SEC's investigation of them. They did this really weird lawsuit against them. And basically, the Ripple is going to be the track that everything's going to be running on in the future. So they created their own stable coin right now.
Okay.
And Bank of America, like I said, they were doing 100% of their internal transactions. They've got 83 different patents on it. And there's some incredible stuff that's going to be coming out.
But as you look to the coming year, okay, is it getting just a little rich, perhaps, if you're somebody who's not in already?
I mean, I guess as we're talking about technology here, and Liz just showed us all these major innovations that are coming. No, there are incredible things that are coming. We've got the most pro-crypto president right now in the United States, 60% of Congress that's on board. This is the moment right now in history where this is the chat GPT moment for crypto, right? Where it's now coming out to the next level. And Ripple, XRP, is going to be probably the highway that most of the financial systems are going to be driving through here in the future. It will not be Bitcoin.
And you are here early, guys. You are here early. You have no idea. Rob, do you know how much I sacrifice? People that fumbled JASMY will still punching air, bro. 100%, man. 100%. A lot of 200K or more BTC predictions. Yes, a lot, which scares me, tells me it's not going to go that high, right? You got to play that clip again for old time's sake. Oh, man, absolutely. Yeah, I don't play enough comedy clips anymore, eh? I don't play enough comedy clips anymore. Okay, where are we here, guys? Where are we? All right. Well, I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. All the people who sold out on their JASMY when people like Crypto John told them to sell, they're sitting there right now, you know, just like,
you know how much I sacrifice?
Classic. Jetpack, he doesn't sound sure. He sounds more briefed on it, XRP. Yeah, well, I mean, probably briefed on it, right? But he's not wrong in terms of utility, though, right? He's not wrong in terms of utility. You know, we're not going to see, you know, the financial system running on the Bitcoin network. Danny, gifting out the memberships. There you go, guys. There you go. Somebody better grab it, claim it before it is gone. Appreciate you, Danny. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate your Vegeta picture even more, though. Bhutan has officially become the first country to adopt a strategic crypto reserve. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB have all been included. So there you go, guys. Bhutan is the first country to actually create a crypto strategic reserve, and they did more than just Bitcoin. They did Ethereum and BNB. Trying to escape the push-ups. Hey, ask yourself this question. Would Vegeta skip the push-ups? Hell no, he wouldn't. All right, what else do we have? Open interest in Bitcoin futures contracts on CME is now at a record 51,000. The Kobayashi letter revealed that open interest in Bitcoin futures contracts on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, the CME, has recorded an all-time high of 51,000. The analyst highlighted the number of attractive positions that has risen fivefold since the beginning of 2024. The letter noted the increased activity, active positions held by market participants coincided with spot Bitcoin ETFs launched on January 2024. The company indicated that spot Bitcoin ETFs were primary drivers behind the current all-time high. The letter speculated that spot ETFs, unlike futures-based ETFs, provided investors with direct exposure to Bitcoin. It also pointed out that since spot ETFs started trading, Bitcoin funds have attracted $44 billion in cumulative inflows. According to Glassnode, more Bitcoin futures contracts are cash margin than crypto margin, indicating that they are pegged to the US dollar, not cryptocurrencies. The CME is reportedly the largest player with over 40% of all cash margined contracts. In October of 2024, Vedal Ludin, senior analyst at K33 Research, commented on the back-to-back all-time highs in CME open interest throughout the year and pointed out various drivers of its growth. He suggested that active and direct market participants are driving the surge rather than speculation. He pointed out that inflows from futures-based ETFs, such as ProShares, Bitcoin ETFs, were also minimal and could not have led to the surge. The analyst provided a breakdown of the open interest by cohort on CME, pointing out that active and direct participants held over 85,000 Bitcoin. He highlighted that this amount was equal to what was held in March of 2024. However, he pointed out that the 1x leverage ETF declined throughout 2024 and held 31,752 Bitcoin. He also added that a 2x leverage ETF has only recorded slight growth since March, indicating that leverage is no longer the growth catalyst in the current market. Bitcoin, according to CoinMarketCap, Bitcoin recorded over 120% surge in 2024 amid developments in the cryptocurrency ecosystem, such as the approval of the spot exchange traded funds. The letter commented that Bitcoin outperformed all other asset classes in 2024. Bloomberg also reported that Bitcoin outperformed assets such as Coca, global equities, and gold in the past year. CoinMarketCap reported that in mid-December, Bitcoin recorded an all-time high of $108,315 following President-elect Donald Trump's victory. The surge was reportedly fueled by investor optimism since the presidential candidate has signaled that he would implement crypto-friendly policies once he assumed office. However, the price of digital assets eased after the Federal Reserve Chair, Jerome Powell, announced that rate cuts would roll out slower than anticipated. The digital asset has since maintained its set wall between 99,700 and 100,000. However, as of the time of writing, Bitcoin is trading at 94,000, a 2% decline in the past 24 hours. According to Glassnode, Bitcoin's clearing the $99,000 mark could cause large-scale liquidations, leading to a surge in spot prices. Despite the market optimism, market players such as Peter Hughes, founder of Evolve Investing, warned investors against the volatility risks, yada, yada, yada. So what they're talking about here, guys, is we check on this, seems like every single day now, but we're going to check on it again. They're talking about all of these short positions that are going to get liquidated. We could go up to about $97,000. That would liquidate $698 million worth of shorts, right? So, yeah, so keep an eye on that. There's only about 324 million in longs if we go to 91,800. So, I mean, going up to around 97,800 is definitely more appealing. Isaac, gifting out the memberships as well. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. Guys, whoever is getting these memberships, make sure that you shout out a big thank you to the boys here, right? Very, very generous. Rob Hopewell as well. Are we still DCAing? Seems like these prices are too good to pass up. Oh, hell yeah, we're DCAing, brother. I DCA'd yesterday morning. I DCA'd last night. I DCA'd again this morning. And I'm DCAing again this evening after we do the live group video call over on the Patreon tonight, which we do after the live stream here. Then I will be dollar cost averaging into some more altcoins. Hell yeah. You know it, brother. So, yeah, a lot of liquidations potentially going to be happening here, guys, on a quick move up to close to 98,000. That would definitely be bullish. Definitely be bullish. Okay, what else do we have? This is pretty strange. NVIDIA pullback due to the CES expectations and market issues.
That was NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang with his outlook on the quantum computing timeline. Shares of NVIDIA actually rebounding slightly this morning after sliding more than 6% yesterday. By the way, what he said about quantum computing managed to take out a lot of those quantum computing stocks, some of the smaller ones like IonQ, Quantum Computing, Rigetti. Joining us right now for more on all of this is Joseph Moore. He's Morgan Stanley semiconductor analyst. And Joe, I just want to get your take on this. I've been reading a lot of stuff. I mean, after Jensen Huang made his comments the night before last, we actually saw shares a little higher in the morning. Maybe not by a lot, but it certainly wasn't giving back the pullback that we saw later in the day. There were a lot of the tech stocks and other big high flyers that pulled back, though, after we got stronger than expected jobs numbers, just in terms of what the BLS had in terms of jobs openings, those JOLTS numbers. That had people suspecting that maybe the Fed is going to be more reluctant to cut rates anytime soon. And that caused all of these big high flyers to pull back. So do you think the pullback in NVIDIA shares yesterday was more related to what Jensen Huang did or didn't say, or just more related to the overall idea of watching the Federal Reserve and seeing how the economy is doing?
I mean, I think both of those play a role. I think there were also very high expectations around the keynote at CES. And, you know, CES is a trade show oriented around consumer and automotive. And there were some really important developments that came out of the keynote around those markets. But data center is 85% of the revenue. And I think, you know, there may have been expectations that people wanted to hear more about that. So I think you have some of those issues. But, you know, overall, this is still a company in a very strong product cycle. And data center wasn't the focus here. It's investor focused, but, you know, it's still very strong. So I think it's a combination of some of the market issues that you talked about, as well as maybe some expectations issues around the trade show, but there was really nothing negative to take away from it.
Yeah, what could he say in terms of the data center that the street would really like to hear? I know that the revenue is expected for the fiscal year that ends this month to come in at 113 billion, ramping all the way up to north of 200 billion by the fiscal year that ends in January of 2027. What do people want to hear on that front?
Well, you know, expectations are high. I think we're 2 months into the Blackwell cycle, the new products that they just started shipping. So I think to think that we were going to get any color on, you know, GB300 or incremental Blackwell products was probably just not going to happen. This wasn't the forum for that anyway. And I think so from a product standpoint, I think we know everything that we need to know. From a revenue standpoint, you're facing a little bit of a transition here, that you have Blackwell demand is very good. And you've heard these comments from Jensen in the past on CNBC talking about, you know, the level of Blackwell demand being insane. And he didn't really repeat those comments. But I think the issue that you're dealing with is Blackwell demand is really strong, but it's supply constrained. And Hopper, the sort of legacy product, still is the largest portion of that data center business. And so I think we'll still have a couple quarters here where there's meaningful upside, but I think the real upside is kind of into the back half of the year when you start getting that kind of full-blown Blackwell ramp. So I think, you know, people would like to hear that, and I think they did hear that in some sense, but I think, you know, they're trying to avoid those kind of really strong statements about Blackwell because it's not the main driver of the quarter. I think that's the combination of Blackwell and Hopper. So still quite optimistic about how this plays out, but I certainly see the upside being stronger in the second half of the year.
I mean, I guess the question is, with the stock that has done so well, tripled in value last year, how much of this is priced in, how much isn't? Where are you telling people? What's a price target that makes you feel comfortable? Yeah. What's a price arena?
Yeah, well, you know, at some point, this is less about the sort of phenomenon that this stock has been and a little bit more on valuing a growth company on its growth prospects, right? And the stock trades at about 29 times our estimate for calendar 26. That would be high if there were any kind of deceleration in the business. But I don't think there is, even when we sort of go through these transitional challenges, if you will. Challenges, maybe overstating it. As you move through these transitional issues, you're still beating and raising. Those numbers are still quite likely to be moving higher. So I still think the stock is reasonably valued with good growth prospects this year and beyond. And again, the data points that support that are the strength in the Blackwell demand. And I think it's going to take a while for supply to catch up to that.
Matt, I needed to do push-ups on it anyway. Nice. All right. What else do we have? Bitcoin traders set 80K short-term price target as DXY hits new highs. Crypto market slumped for a second day as the US dollar index chased new highs amid rising treasury yields and investor concerns over the Fed Reserve's monetary policy plan. Although the DXY started the week with a 0.92% decline, which is followed by an abrupt rally to 102,000 by Bitcoin, the index reversed course, reaching 109.37, hitting levels not seen since November of 2022. Markets also reacted negatively to a surge in the U.S. Treasury yields, where the 10-year noted topped 4.7% and the yield on the 30-day note rose to 4.93%. While the catalysts for the increase are multiple and complex, they essentially reflect market participants' concerns that inflation will remain elevated as President-elect Donald Trump's economic policies are likely to expand deficits. Simply put, the market is beginning to price in the potential for an increase in longer-dated U.S. debt, and the incoming Trump administration's policies are expected to send inflation higher, even if they boost growth. Par for the course, Bitcoin's price reacted negatively to the DXY strength, and analysts fear that yield curve controls will become a common talking point again. BTC slipped to an intraday low of 92,500, and analysts warned that prices could continue to fall in the short term if $90,000 support fails to hold. Quote, if Bitcoin falls under 94K, then the next target is 81K within the next 5 weeks. For the downside case to play out, Bitcoin needs to close next week below $95,180. Next week, we have CPI, so bears might show their hand. Overall, I'm bearish on crypto in the short term, 4 to 5 weeks, then very bullish as I expect the DXY to correct after Trump takes office. Real Vision chief crypto analyst James Coates appears to agree with that perspective, writing off the DXY's recent strength as less relevant than anticipated liquidity expansions and pro-crypto stance of the incoming Trump administration. With a strong dollar becoming a real problem, I expect Bitcoin to be in the $80,000 range by now. This speaks to the strength of the underlying bid and the market expectations that the Fed will have to act. Otherwise, things will start breaking. So there you go, guys. Could we see an 80K Bitcoin? Possibly. And like I keep telling you guys, if we do, I will be continuing to buy. Buy is what I will be doing. And I keep getting asked. People keep asking me, ooh, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? Buy. Either buy, or if you don't have money, there's nothing wrong with not having money to DCA. Just sit on your hands. Put your portfolio away. Go live your life for a couple of weeks and then come back. I mean, you got to still watch the videos and stuff like that, but don't look at your portfolio. No one knows if Trump is serious about acquiring Greenland. I thought this was a pretty funny thing to watch. So,
President-elect Trump renewing his call to gain U.S. control of Greenland, also the Panama Canal, maybe even Canada. Yesterday, he declined to rule out using military and economic coercion to achieve those goals. Joining us right now with more on all this, Mark Caputo is a senior politics reporter for Axios. Good morning to you. We were debating a little bit of this earlier in the broadcast, Mark, and I think we're all trying to figure out how much of this we're supposed to take seriously, how much we're supposed to take as sort of Trump doctrine, a negotiating posture of sorts. How do you view it?
One of the things that was said in 2016 is not to take Trump, or that his voters didn't always take Trump literally. They took him figuratively. I think by now we had 12, 13 years of this. We should realize it's both. You have to take him literally, you have to take him figuratively, you have to take him seriously, and sometimes you have to take him unseriously. So the short answer to your question is, I don't know. I don't think any of us knows. The likelihood that we're actually going to acquire Greenland in some way, shape, or form when we've got trillions in debt and a huge budget deficit is pretty slim, considering the narrow margins in Congress. Because after all, Congress will probably need to do something about taking over new territory. But nevertheless, Trump wants to do this in some way, shape, or form. And unlike in administrations and campaigns past, Donald Trump has a staff and structure around him that says, well, if Donald Trump says it, then we'll try to make it happen.
Well, how much is it worth, Mark? I mean, I wonder what the blue book is. And you remember,
No idea.
If it's not that much money, I disagree that the budget deficit wouldn't allow it. It certainly allows us to expend a lot of money on other things, like help for Ukraine, help for other places.
Sure.
We spent I don't remember what we spent on Alaska, but it was called a folly at the time. I think it was. Do you remember what it was? It was in the millions. I don't even think it was in the billions when it happened. And one of the great purchases, obviously, of all time. And Greenland, if it could be done, if you could, you know, we talk about coercion, make them an offer they can't refuse. What does that mean exactly?
That's a good question. Well, in the case of Seward buying Alaska, Tsarist Russia wanted to sell it. In the case of Greenland, Denmark right now doesn't
$7
want
million.
to.
$7
there we
million.
go. I'll take two, right?
Exactly.
But in the end, it's not just whether we can afford it or not, it's whether Congress thinks we can afford it or not. There are very narrow margins in Congress. It's just difficult to see. That doesn't mean that Donald Trump isn't serious about it or, you know, grading on a Donald Trump curve, whether he's seriously musing about it. But we should take it seriously. And once he's began talking about this again, remember, he discussed this in 2018 and 2019. People have to take him seriously about it. His campaign does, or better said, his administration does.
Let's sort of walk through the various component parts of what was said. So there's the Greenland piece, which it sounds like if he could purchase it, he would. The question is, if he couldn't purchase it or couldn't afford to, or something like that, would he use military force to somehow get it? That's one piece. Then there's the Panama Canal, and then there's Canada as the 51st state in the United States. What do you think is even realistic there? And let's even talk about the political implications of all this, which is to say the way Canada, for example, or even the folks in Panama right now are reacting to all of this.
They're about to, I live in Miami. My county commissioner, Kevin Cabrera, is about to be the Panama, or the ambassador for the United States to Panama. And so he's going to have his hands full. I do think that out of the three scenarios you laid out here, Trump is most concerned about Panama, not only because of China's presence as a global power, trade superpower, but also because of the Darien Gap, which is the only land bridge connecting South America with Central and North America, therefore. And that has been a major migrant throughway. And so Donald Trump, who is keenly concerned about trade, about China, and about immigration, is looking at Panama and is very concerned about it. So I think out of the three that we've discussed here, that is the most likely for him to devote more time, policy, and resources toward.
What about the Canada piece, though? Because they are our neighbor. They have been an ally, a great ally. And there are now concerns. You read the papers in Canada, turn on the TVs there. I was reading or seeing some video that was coming across on social media. And they're, you know, it sounds like they're apoplectic about what's happening.
I imagine they are. I mean, Canada, for its entire history, has lived in fear of its barbaric brother to the south, the United States, invading it and taking it over. It opted not to become part of the United States, even though a number of our early founding fathers and our early presidents wanted it to. The conservative leader of Panama, and I must say, or better said, of Canada, whose last name is French, and I therefore can't pronounce it because I too am one of these barbarians, he's even discounted this. So this one is a little harder to see out of all of them. The Greenland piece is hard for me to see. The Panama piece is less hard to see out of all three.
Mark, real quick, just finally, and you were talking about the people around him wanting to help him accomplish these things. There was a sense in 2016 that there were people around him who didn't want to help him accomplish things that he talked about. And so that they were almost blocking or preventing certain things or slow walking things. How different is that today, and how should we think about that?
I wrote in Axios on Monday that his incoming chief of staff was a campaign co-manager, Susie Wiles, who's been with him, stuck with him through thick and thin. She has the understanding of letting Trump be Trump and trying to execute on his vision and hiring people who are loyal to him, loyal to his mission, and believe in getting things done for him and not undermining him. That's why, for instance, we haven't seen what we would have seen in the past, which would have been anonymous staff leaks saying, oh my God, this guy is crazy. There's no way we're going to do that. Not hearing that anymore. So that's one of the reasons that we have to take the Greenland, the Canada and Panama pieces more seriously, is because his staff does.
Mark, I want to thank you for joining us this morning. We will see.
I would love to see Canada become part of the U.S. That would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. All right, guys. So listen up. God, GN Jasmy, 100% Jasmy, man, 100%, my brother. David, time is money. In Jasmy, we trust. Absolutely. All right, guys, so listen, I am going to be live over on the Patreon in about 15 minutes. If you want to join our group video calls where you can see everybody, you can hear everybody, you can talk, you can join the conversation, you can ask questions, get the help that you need. Definitely get over to the Patreon. The link is in the pin. It's in the description. So get over there, guys. It's in the chat as well. I've put it in there multiple times. You can also schedule one-on-one coaching AMAs with me personally and so much more, guys. So get over there. We have a live chat that's 24/7 as well. So yeah, I will be live over on the Patreon in about 15 minutes. Also, guys, I just wanted to remind you tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Central. So this time, basically, like the time this live stream started tonight, I will have Crypto Canvas on the channel. We will be doing an Onyx Coin XCN live stream. So it should be a lot of fun. So make sure you guys are here for that. And yeah, so anyway, like I said, I'll be live in about 15 minutes on the Patreon. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. And I'll see you guys in about 15 minutes.